Well, good afternoon, everybody, wherever you are in the world. And it is lovely to have you in this space for all who jump on live and for all who watch the replay. You are safe and you are held within this container. So let's come into connection first and just drop into sacred space, placing one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. I just want you to breathe into the heart space. I breathe out through the belly. Letting the earthly cares and worries drift away on the out breath. Breathing into the heart and out through the belly, softening into sacred connection. Into the heart and out through the belly. As we call on the angelic council that loves us each unconditionally to enter into this sacred space, opening their wings of light, holding us in our highest expression as we open up to the gifts of soul healing and higher guidance transmitted forth this day. Breathe and come into heart-to-heart connection with the angelic council of light. As these many and varied beings step close to hold you, allow yourself to lean in and let go, held in your entirety, welcoming in this holding, this energetic protection, this healing light. And as you breathe in and out, allow yourself to just release all that is stuck within your being. Scanning through the body, and to whatever point you feel constriction, pain, or holding, breathe in, and on the out breath, surrender to the angelic light that surrounds you wholly and completely. Drawing your hands to the heart, bowing down in the humblest of honoring. And when you're ready, gently opening your eyes. So, dear souls, welcome to this live. Welcome to this sacred space. The beautiful Archangel Michael nudged me last week. It's very organised, actually. It's normally a couple of days before I feel the energy coming in. But it was very clear that this was what would be coming forth today. And so I just flow with that. I always trust in what comes through my channel, which is, yes, part of my life path. Leaning in and trusting in that intuition and all that the divine has to offer. So I'm going to do a collective reading for all of us. I'm using this beautiful deck. It's the Blue Angel Oracle, and it's by Toni, Carmine, Salerno. Absolutely love this artist, this oracle, this publisher. He's a soulful creator. He's truly incredible. This deck is very unusual. He has collaborated with technology on this one. Normally he paints incredible canvases, but the artwork in this deck is very modern. It takes you into portals and celestial realms, less navigated. It really is powerful. It also has the most incredible dragon energy flowing through it. So it is multifaceted. So I'm going to post the collective reading prompts for you in the chat, so that if you want to draw cards along with me, then you can do that. Now, if you're live, obviously you're more than welcome to interact in the chat. And if I draw a card and you feel like you want further guidance, please don't feel shy. Step up and ask whatever you will. Okay, so we're going to start off. How can I work more closely with my guardian angel? So this is the first question that came forth. Hi, Squizzing. You are very welcome in this space. Are you from Digital Soul Space, or are you a YouTube person? I'm streaming on both platforms at the moment. Okay, how can I work more closely with my guardian angel? So, ever so beautiful. So the first card that is coming forward for the collective is Wings of Light. And hi, Nikki, you're very, very welcome. So this is about actually believing that the angelic energy pulses through all beings, all living things. And it is approaching your energetic connection to angelic energies in the first instance with a really positive, open heart, believing in that intrinsic connection to energies that on first experience feel way beyond what we may think that we are worthy of. But each and every one of us comes to this lifetime with a wide spiritual team, and from lifetime to lifetime we have been assigned our own guardian angel, and this being may be angelic in nature, but it may present in a different form, one that you can relate to. So your angelic guardian angel may be an animal totem. It may be a plant. It is whatever you can align with when you are early on your awakening journey. And For some people, opening up to the channels of the divine is something that is second nature, but for others, they need those subtle signs and nudges from the 3D realms to realize that they are not alone, and that the world around them across all realms of being is opening to communicate to them. So opening yourself up to this possibility that you are an angelic being in earthly form, that your heart is open and ready to receive all that your guardian angel and spiritual team wish to offer you. So I love that. I absolutely love it. Open your heart and allow the channels of light from the angelic council and beyond to flow forth. So the next card is, what is the next step on my spiritual path? Now, this might seem like a very huge question to ask for the collective, but I always trust in what comes forth prior to one of these lives and just allow it to flow forth. It's amazing the synchronicities that happen when you're asking something very specific, but you are tuning into a collective energy to try and draw forth a theme that is going to serve everybody. And the divine are incredible at creating those alignments, and opening up to be a channel for that is truly beautiful. So what is the next step on my spiritual path? Okay, so I've got two cards here. We've got acceptance. Okay. Allow peace to descend within. Put down your weapons and stop battling with yourself. Open to the light that's within you. Shift the narrative to not necessarily wholly positive thoughts, because sometimes that seems very fluffy and very sort of cliched to sort of, or just think positive. But when you're shifting the narrative, you are shifting the dialogue that you have with yourself. And it is trying to see situations that you may find confronting and challenging in your life from a different perspective, trying to shift the energy within those sometimes eternally repeating patterns that we find ourselves in, and accepting that there's going to be light and shadow within our being. There's going to be ebb and flow. But the conversations that we have with ourselves and we have within the mental realms of our being are within our control. And it is about coming in to that loving narrative with the self. It really is. Nikki's just said that she has simple angel cards and she's drawn a question for question 1 for how she can work more closely with her guardian angel. And she's got purification, intention, and a blank card. And for the second question, she has expansiveness. I think that's really interesting for your first card. So what do you think that's telling you as regards how you can work more closely with your guardian angel? Because I think that's really, really beautiful. I'll let you carry on with the chat. And I love the second card of expansiveness. And I think there is a really powerful expansive energy in having that loving dialogue with the self. And the second card that's come forward, which I absolutely love for the next step on your spiritual path, is allowing yourself to remember and recall that you are already an empowered being. That joyful empowerment resides within you, and you only need to flick the switch to change the narrative. You get to decide. You get to replace a negative thought with a more loving, expansive thought. I love that. I love that beautiful card. Michael's Descent. I do feel like he comes in full force, especially when you are recently awakened or you're reawakening into higher expressions of yourself, that he comes in full force. And there's a real dragon energy there, the source of all creation. I love that. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, let's see what Nikki's got to say before I bring healing from the Angelic Council. So, the healing from the Angelic Council that I'm going to bring forward in a moment's time is a golden light bath, the I Am Presence, which is so beautiful. It is a beautiful healing that allows us to come into alignment, into sacred union with the masculine and feminine forces that reside at the heart of who we are. So I'm very excited to bring that forth. I'm just looking at what Nikki's saying, that drawing the cards for question 1 was extremely powerful for her. And she thinks it's telling her to let go, to keep going, to go with intention, and that she is in a second awakening stage. So it's really powerful that if you're on this live, Archangel Michael is speaking to you and letting you know that within you are the seeds to create whatever you will through that heartfelt, joyful intention, making it not like a grind, not like, oh no, not more soul work, but a real pleasure, a real beauteous experience to be able to deepen into your soul's truths, to peel more layers back, to uncover more of intrinsically who you are at your core, to enable you to access all the different energies that wish to work with you as you walk on planet Earth. Because there's just like mighty hosts of angels, goddesses, multidimensional beings that pour into this planet to support us on our soul awakening journey as we ascend deeper and deeper into our heart space and connect to the realms of the vast lineage, the vast soul stories that reside in every cell of our being. It's so exciting. It never fails to fill me with light and joy. Just love it. Okay. Beautiful Nikki's saying that this resonates with her, but she's finding it a little heavy and overwhelming. She needs to lean into more of the joy. So let's do that now. So for all who are live, all who watch the replay, let's come into this beautiful healing that the Angelic Council want to bring forth, this golden light bath this beautiful connection to the I am presence within ourselves, and enable this reconnection, this new layer of acceptance that we are the masters of our own mind, body, and soul, and we navigate our path, and we get to decide how we are going to show up. So let's just drop into the body now. Drop into the breath. Bringing the hands to the heart. And if you feel comfortable, softly closing your eyes. Connecting with the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Allowing ourselves to drop deeper now. Deeper into the heart. Breathe in, lean in, let go. Allow yourself to be held. Breathe in, lean in, let go. Open to the light. The angelic council of light that surrounds you now with their holiest embrace, stepping close, connecting more deeply now. Breathe in, lean in, let them hold you. Let them support you. And as you breathe in this time, let the heaviness go. Surrender this stuckness, this debris from all layers of your being to their light. Breathe in, let it go. Flow with this rhythm, tuning into your vessel, to any areas within your being that feel heavy, that feel discomfort, that feel out of alignment. Breathe in, lean in, and let it all go. Drawing your attention now to your shoulder blades. Imagine that you can breathe in and out of two portals that reside etherically in this location. Breathe into this part of your body. And feel your wings unfurl. Breathe in deeper. Let them unfurl. fully outstretched, flowing, pulsating. Breathe into your wings of light. Stretch and surrender all that has held you back in the past. And as you allow your wings to outstretch to their full capacity, a golden light begins to spiral around their etheric form, from the left and the right simultaneously. The golden light of the Christ consciousness spiral into your wings of light, from tip to the portals from which they grew. Breathe in this golden healing light and allow your earthly wings to upgrade in this moment. Using your wings as a cloak now. Allow these golden feathers to wrap around the entirety of your being, so that you are cocooned within this golden vortex of angelic light. Allow yourself to surrender to this golden healing gift. Breathing into the holding, you feel yourself recline within etheric space, completely surrendering to all that is flowing forth. Lean in to this vortex of light and feel it filling every cell of your being, across all layers of who you are. This golden light pulses forth. Allow the angelic song to fill every cell of your DNA. Fill up your cup. Fill it to the brim. All reticence, all holding, dissolved in our light. For you are safe, and you are held, and we step forth in the service of your soul in this moment. Open and receive our words. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No. Ooh. Feel the golden light of your I am presence anchor and lock into your crystalline etheric template. Allow yourself to receive this divine upgrade to your etheric template as you step into deeper connection with the source of who you are. Drawing your attention now back into the heart. Your wings unfolding, releasing the golden vortex of light in which you have been held, allowing your wings to soften at your back and slowly fade into the portals within your human form. And as the light softly fades, you feel yourself drawn back to consciousness and connection to the here and now. Your etheric roots anchoring deep beneath you, drawing your hands to the heart and allowing yourself to accept and receive all that has flowed forth for you this day. Drawing your hands to your thighs, grounding and rooting and anchoring in the here and the now. Within this moment, a new truth birthed from your heart. When you are ready, coming back to this space, allowing yourself to arrive. As I draw in a message from the mighty Archangel Michael for the path moving forth. Oh, no worries, Lucienne. The replay will be up for your watching at your leisure. But yeah, I can't get my head around the time zone. So in the UK, we are 5:30, so 5:30 in the evening. So I believe it's 12:30 where you are, but I'm really not sure. Because of obviously British summertime. But no worries. I leave all the lives up, so they are there to watch as and when you will, as and when you're called. Okay, so message from the mighty Archangel Michael. We have 2 cards from his glorious being. Oh, wow. I absolutely love this. I was saying that at the beginning. Allow yourself to open to receive. Giving and receiving in equal measure creates that balance and allows that abundance across all layers of being, abundance of the heart, abundance of the soul, of the spirit, of the mental realms, abundance within your financial aspect, within your relationships, within your creations, all of those things. It is just a change in consciousness, a change in thinking, a little bit every day. And when you decide that you're going to shift that narrative and shift that in a dialogue that you have with yourself, you then come into that communication with your higher self where there may be moments where you have thoughts that are less than fruitful, but you catch yourself and you change the perspective and the angle on what you've put out there, and you send that healing light to transmute that which you don't wish to emanate anymore, you don't wish to embody anymore. I love that. His second message, which almost makes me feel a little bit emotional, because that's what I was feeling when I was bringing forth the Council of Light, was Elohim, that golden source energy, those pathways of light that are open to each and every one of us. Everybody has that connection. It's like anything. It's like cleaning your teeth every day. That's something that we do without thinking about it. Opening up and connecting to the divine. That is the same energy. Those pathways of light, that channel that comes into us is part of who we are. It's just part of what has been forgotten through many, many lifetimes of other energies, almost programming us to believe in a certain way, to think in a certain way, to almost fear the subtle messages that we receive from the world around us. And for good reason. We've had good reason to be fearful of allowing the pathways of light to flow forth freely. But we live in a world now that allows us to freely express to a certain extent. our spiritual beliefs. And I know in different parts of the world, this isn't always true, but we are not hunted down for being witches, working in connection with the earth, the natural cycles, for sharing our spiritual voice, for channeling messages from the divine, for reading cards, for providing healing in our communities. This is becoming more globally acceptable. And this is what this card emanates. This is where the earth is on her ascension path. She's a golden light in the vast cosmos, pulsing this most incredible light out to all beings across all universes. It's an incredible time to be awake. It's an incredible time to tap into all of that. And quite overwhelming, but we are truly blessed, and it is just bathing in that, and it is leaning into what we know because it resides within us, and allowing our healing capabilities to light up our own lives. And as we do that, we make a difference to every other being on the planet. Everybody makes a difference because we're part of a vast tapestry, the web of life, the beautiful flower of life, all interlinked, all flowing and making a difference. So yeah, that completes our collective reading and healing. So if you're on live and you would like your own personal message from the beautiful angelic council or Archangel Michael or whoever decides to step forth for you, if you just pop any requests in the comments or any particular questions that you have, for yourself on your path, I'm more than happy to bring any guidance forth. Oh, thank you so much, Nikki. You are so welcome. It's honestly the medicine that I needed was to reconnect with that angelic energy, because my path is very goddess focused, and it has been for some time. And in the past sort of month or so, I've been getting those nudges from the angels. I think when I came on last week, I did Mother Ocean Speaks, and it was Archangel Jules, who is the custodian of all the waters on earth. And it was so beautiful to channel him and bring him forth, and just that angelic light weaving just creates that softness within me, because I'm quite intense, I'm quite fiery, I'm quite dragon focused, if that makes any sort of sense. Are these angels related to the 72 angels of the Shem Haporesh? Well, you know as well as I do. You maybe are an expert on this. I don't know. Is this something Kabbalistic? Because I've never heard of this. The Angelic Council of Light is a consciousness of all angelic beings. So I feel like I know that there is more than 72 angels. To me, there feels like there is 144,000. And I know that there is some sort of, it's not a hierarchy as such, but there's different layers of angelic energy, and I understand those, but I certainly don't or haven't heard of or come across the Shem Haporesh. So enlighten us all, Lucia, and that would be really wonderful. I do get a Kabbalic energy though coming from 72 angels of Shem Haporesh, but whether that is correct or not, I don't know. It's not something I am au fait on. I suppose I could ask them. That's what I'm going to do. Archangel Michael is laughing. Okay, so are these angels, the angelic council of light, related to the Shem HaPoresh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. So, here we go. The blue earth angel comes forward, which is really, really beautiful. So I feel like these 72 angels are specific, and you've just said that, you've just commented that you do ritual magic and work with the 72 angels. They are a high vibrational energy. They feel Syrian in nature. That blue light feels very Syrian to me. I don't know if that makes any sort of sense to you, Luthien. But there's a deep sense that they are angels of transformation. So I bet it's fascinating to work with them and do this ritual magic. I think it'd be amazing if you did a masterclass on digital soul space and shared this. So it seems like a very potent energy and obviously very specific to that sort of modality of soul work, I guess. So, yeah, beautiful. Fascinated by that. So Nikki says, my solar chakra has a blockage. Can I ask about that? You absolutely can. I think that'd be really fascinating, Luthien, to chat about that on Digital Soul Space. Yeah, educate us. Love that. I'll be Googling it after. So, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So, your solar chakra has a blockage. Can I ask about it? So, the card came out reversed. And I feel like the block in your solar chakra is that you don't fully believe in the everlasting life of the soul. And suppose when we come into the energies of the solar plexus, it is the body's psychic pump. It is the way that we interact with the world and the energies all around us. It is, our confidence, our personal power. And when it's in balance, we feel like we don't have that control over our own lives. But I feel like the block here is a block in opening to energies that you don't fully understand yet, but they're calling to you. They're calling to you to allow yourself to remember what you already know, to allow you to also unblock the sacral as well, so that you can have that ebb and flow through your earthly experience, so that your seeds of creation are able to be birthed on this planet, so that you feel that creative spark running through you, and that you're able then to allow your being to expand in the way that you dream of. And I think it comes back to that shifting of the narrative. And like you said, Sometimes you feel overwhelmed. Sometimes you feel really, really heavy. And I think it's finding those practices that help you shift that. I find yoga incredible. I did an amazing Kundalini practice last night. And one of the beautiful closing practices we did was clearing the arc line. It was absolutely incredible. And it just shifts all stuck energy in your vessel. And I think it's just feeling into what works for you. That works for me. What I'm suggesting and what higher guidance is suggesting is that you need to find what works for you and lean into those practices and make them a regular occurrence in your life so that you can expand and grow and find greater joy and connection and a sense of autonomy over the self, that you are in control of, you know, your being, and that you make the choices in your life. So I don't know whether that makes any sense, but that's what's come forward for you, beautiful soul. There we go. So let's give it a little shuffle. I feel like I'm doing a card of closing, and then I'm going to close sacred space. I love that. So light ship earth. Just remembering that when we choose to go on our own personal journey to heal the self, and many of us, it starts on an emotional level. Some people, it's gone further, it's physical, it's started to manifest in, you know, deep illnesses. When we decide to do that, when we make that decision, our own personal healing journey in turn heals the planet and lights up the grids. So know that as you make this decision, you are making a decision that impacts the global consciousness of all life on Earth. And that is truly beautiful and really powerful. It's just allowing that balance as well. As we tune in to higher guidance, we've got to remember that we must close our energy field down. We must take those times to rest and reset and recalibrate. And that sometimes when you awaken or when you reawaken, you can get to be a bit like a kid in a sweet shop. And that is very draining for all layers of your being. And so the closing message is to balance that power and that light that pours through you with, I suppose it's like, again, what came through earlier in the collective reading. It is about giving and receiving for yourself in equal measure. So, yeah, so that your light can shine bright. Beautiful. Really, really beautiful. So thank you for all who have joined me live. Thank you, Lucian. Thank you, Nikki. It's been gorgeous to sit in your energy. So if you would just both like to drop into the heart, I'm going to close sacred space. As you've entered this portal of light, it's going to close the energies that have held us so dearly. So as we drop into our hearts once more, Bowing down in humblest honouring to the angelic council of light and the mighty Archangel Michael for their divine holding this day. And as they unfurl their angelic wings of unconditional love, healing light and protection, we feel them gently stepping back from this space, bowing in the humblest reverence for their holding, for their healing, and for their light. Feeling our fields shutting down from stellar gateway to earth star. Palms of the hands, soles of the feet. Feeling ourselves coming back fully and entirely to our 3D vessel, anchored on this land. Safe, held and protected. Drawing your hands into prayer at the third eye. Taking one more moment of honouring for all you have received. Deepest blessings. Thank you for your presence.